Welcome to Spacetime. Today, we are diving into a cosmic phenomenon that could have serious implications for our technology-dependent world: solar storms. Just a few days ago, the sun erupted with a massive coronal mass ejection, CME, reminding us that the sun has awakened from a prolonged slumber. Let's explore what this means for life on Earth and our modern infrastructure. A few days ago, millions of tons of superheated gas blasted off from the sun's surface and traveled 90 million miles towards Earth. This eruption, known as a coronal mass ejection, wasn't particularly strong on the space weather scale, but it triggered the most powerful geomagnetic storm we've seen in years. Although there wasn't much disruption this time, it served as a stark reminder of the potential dangers solar storms pose. While invisible and harmless to anyone on Earth's surface, the geomagnetic waves unleashed by solar storms can have devastating effects. They can cripple power grids, jam radio communications, expose airline crews to dangerous levels of radiation, and knock critical satellites off course. As the sun entered a new 11-year cycle last year, it is expected to reach its peak in 2025, raising the specter of powerful space weather wreaking havoc on a world that has become increasingly reliant on technology. The danger isn't hypothetical. In 2017, a solar storm caused ham radios to turn to static just as Category 5 Hurricane Irma was tearing through the Caribbean. In 2015, solar storms knocked out GPS systems in the U.S. Northeast, a significant concern as self-driving cars become a reality. Airline pilots are at greater risk of developing cataracts when solar storms hit, and female crew members see higher rates of miscarriages. In March 1989, a solar storm over Quebec caused a province-wide blackout that lasted 9 hours. To mitigate such catastrophic events, both governments and scientists are taking action. The Biden administration has been proactive in raising awareness about the dangers of massive solar storms and assessing the risks they pose. In 2020, the Pro-SWIFT bill was signed into law, aimed at enhancing technology to improve forecasting and measurement of space weather events. There's an ongoing debate among scientists about the extent to which we can shield our infrastructure from solar storms. Some suggest using non-magnetic steel in transformers and installing more surge protectors in the grid. One of the most promising defenses against solar storms is better forecasting. Accurate predictions could allow utilities to prepare for shortages and ensure they have backup systems in place. In the UK, National Grid is building up its supply of spare transformers and conducting regular drills to handle a major space weather event. In the US, the Space Weather Prediction Center delivers daily outlooks on potential solar threats, although our ability to understand and predict the solar cycle remains limited. Solar storms are rooted in an 11-year cycle that shifts the polarity of the sun's magnetic field. During this process, magnetic forces on the sun become entangled and can burst through the surface, sending plasma into space and potentially triggering storms on Earth. The most powerful geomagnetic storm ever recorded, the 1859 Carrington event, electrified telegraph lines and set offices ablaze in North America and Europe. If a storm of that magnitude were to hit today, it could cut power to millions, if not billions, of people. The Carrington event of 1859 wasn't just a dramatic spectacle. Telegraph systems all over Europe and North America failed, with some operators even receiving electric shocks. Auroras, usually confined to polar regions, were seen as far south as the Caribbean. If a similar event were to occur today, the impact on our electrical and communications infrastructure could be devastating. Imagine a world suddenly plunged into darkness, with satellites disabled, GPS systems non-functional, and communication networks down. Our modern world is more interconnected and reliant on technology than ever before. Power grids, internet connectivity, aviation, military operations, and even our daily communications all depend on the smooth functioning of satellites and electronic systems. A major solar storm could disrupt these systems, causing chaos on a global scale. Experts estimate that the economic impact of a severe geomagnetic storm could reach billions of dollars per day. Given these risks, what can we do to protect ourselves? Engineers and scientists are exploring various strategies to shield our technology from solar storms. This includes hardening the electrical grid with surge protectors and non-magnetic materials, developing more resilient satellite systems, and improving our forecasting abilities to provide early warnings. These measures are crucial, but they also require significant investment and international cooperation. Globally, there are efforts to improve our understanding and preparedness for solar storms. The European Space Agency, ESA, NASA, and other international bodies are working together to monitor space weather and develop new technologies to mitigate its effects. The upcoming James Webb Space Telescope and the ongoing missions of the Parker Solar Probe and Solar Orbiter are expected to provide invaluable data that will enhance our predictive capabilities. While much of the responsibility lies with governments and large organizations, individuals can also take steps to prepare for solar storms. Keeping a supply of essential items like water, food, and batteries, staying informed through reliable news sources, and understanding the basics of solar storms can help you stay safe during such events. Communities can also organize local preparedness plans to support each other in case of widespread disruptions. As we continue to develop and rely on advanced technology, understanding and preparing for solar storms becomes ever more critical. Here at Spacetime, we'll keep you updated on the latest developments in space weather and what you can do to stay informed. Thank you for watching, and don't forget to subscribe for more insights into the wonders and dangers of our universe.